Ice.
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 Vapor or solid as ice.
Idea.
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 Sis.
I have no idea.
Ideal.
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 An ideal arrangement.
Identical.
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 And can I suggest you look at this menu? It's completely identical.
Identification.
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 Identify.
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 You there. Identify yourself.
Identity.
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 I want a new identity. And a house.
Ideology.
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 Ideology. Ideology. Ideal.
History, a garden of pure ideology, where each word...
Idiom.
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 Is that the American idiom for giant big-ass desk?
Idiot.
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 Clumsy idiot.
Idle.
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 Idle. Idle talk.
Ignorance.
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 Apparently ignorance is bliss.
Ignorant.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. Ignorant.
Ignorant.
Unclear. Pray he remains ignorant.
You mean if...
Ignore.
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 Lesson 1. Don't ignore your mother.
Ill.
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 Known as Bam Bam may be seriously ill.
Illegal.
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 Illegal. Illegal.
Slightly illegal.
Illiterate.
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 Of a literate fisherman. He has you all.
Illness.
Illness. Illness.
Illness.
Illness.
My fault. Her illness is nobody's fault.
Illusion.
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 Your past is an illusion.
Illustrate.
Illustrate. Illustrate. Illustrate. Illustrate.
Humorous footnote where I illustrate mirror symmetry by likening it to the flash plane.
Illustration.
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 If first illustration corresponds with the first page...
Image.
Image. Image. Image. Image.
Spitting image.
Imaginary.
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 Worst fears, real or imaginary?
That makes sense.
Imagination.
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 You lack imagination.
Imaginative.
Imaginative.
Imaginative. Imaginative.
Imaginative.
The future? How fun and imaginative.
Imagine.
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 Imagine that.
Imitate.
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 With you. I'll imitate your voice. Oh, doubling it. Oh.
Imitation.
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 Imitation. Imitation.
Genuine imitation.
Immediate.
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 Immediate resignation.
Immense.
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 You hold immense power.
Archimedes realized he could immerse the crown and measure the...
Immune.
Immune. Immune.
Immune.
Immune.
Immune globulin. Sounds like a villain.
Impact.
Impact. Impact.
Impact.
Impact.
Impact. Impact.
She still be enough to impair someone's judgment?
Objection goes beyond the...
Nothing more. Meant to impart a greater lesson. We're just...
Impatient.
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 Temperamental, stubborn, impatient. Sooner or later, he just pushes...
Imperative.
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 Of course.
Determination.
Imperative. And a smidgen of...
Imperial.
Imperial. Imperial. Imperial. Imperial.
You manage military affairs. You manage the imperial bedchamber.
Impetus.
Impetus. Impetus. Impetus. Impetus.
Is boring.
The worst.
You put the impetus on her. She has to be the interest.
Implement.
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 Human hands. Whatever implement was used squished its way into the...
Implication.
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 I get your implication. And reason.
Implicit.
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 Implicit. Implicit.
It's a technical shortcoming.
It's implicit bias. Look, no one at Chum Hum...
Imply.
Imply. Imply.
Imply.
Imply.
Torn would imply resistance. My father offers none.
Import.
Import. Import.
Import. Import.
Import.
Import. Import.
I import coffee. Right, and I used to work.
Importance.
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 Cracking an egg, it's something of importance. It's the basis of...
Important.
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 Important. Important.
Important. Then, get me.
Impose.
Impose. Impose. Impose. Impose.
I don't mean to impose.
Oh, yes, of course.
Impossible.
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 Be impossible. I don't know who made...
Impress.
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 All right, impress me.
Impression.
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 Shoe impression. Looks fairly fresh.
Impressive.
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 Your security is impressive.
Improve.
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 Emotion, fear, do these qualities improve your medical performance? Does retribution...
Improvement.
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 Improvement?
Unfortunately.
Impulse.
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 Impulse. Response.
Incentive.
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 Well, I had incentive to work quickly.
Inch.
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 But I brought the wrong one. I need the 26-inch barrel.
Incidents.
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 In the penis, in incidents like this, there's a 60% chance.
Incident.
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 Seeing if they know anything.
What kind of incident?
Incidentally.
Incidentally. Incidentally. Incidentally. Incidentally.
Incidentally, don't you think that...
I was actually just here to check out the ramps. Good incline. Sailed right up it.
Include.
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 Include. Include.
Yeah, it didn't include us.
Inclusive.
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 Should be a place that's inclusive of all students.
Income.
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 Income. Income.
No income verification.
Incorporate.
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 And incorporate with him.
Increase.
Increase, 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 increase.
If I get a vaccine, any vaccine, it'll increase my antibodies. I'll fight off the medicine.
Increasingly.
Increasingly. Increasingly. Increasingly. Increasingly.
Happen often?
Increasingly. Today.
Incredible.
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 That's incredible.
Incur.
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 We face every injustice we incur, every man and woman.
Indeed.
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 Hey, I'm a hen.
Indeed. I can see the fifth.
Independence.
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 Independent.
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 Stacey Barrett. Independent woman.
Index.
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 Index. Got a good retirement package. Index-linked pension.
Could have walked away 2 years.
Indicate.
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 Readings indicate cloud density diminishing, sir.
Indication.
Indication. Indication. Indication. Indication.
Computer. There's no indication that he gathered enough.
Indicative.
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 It's in past tense, not present indicative.
DB, I thought you were cool with it.
Indifferent.
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 Anyway, he's indifferent to me.
I don't think.
Indignant.
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 Years old.
Yes, everybody's indignant. Mr. Gardner has a point, Mr. Todd.
Indignation.
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 Indignation. Indignation.
Tom, this is my...
Indispensable.
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 Indispensable. Individual.
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 Individual. Individual.
New York. 3 distinct individual points connected. These two.
Indoor.
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 Burger. Indoor voice.
Induce.
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 Gland overstimulation can induce hallucinations and brilliant visions and
Indulge.
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 Indulge. Indulge.
Indulge me.
Industrial.
Industrial. Industrial. Industrial. Industrial.
On these things? These pods are industrial grade. They're nearly indestructible.
Industry.
Industry. Industry. Industry. Industry.
Their entire industry is built on going.
Inertia.
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 Inevitable.
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 All of this was inevitable.
Infant.
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 I'm recording infant anomalies, changes in the young children.
About me, don't infect me.
Infectious.
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 It's infectious. You think I'm a...
Infer.
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 Might one infer that at least a part of him...
Inference.
Inference. Inference. Inference. Inference.
I'm not implying anything. I'm making an inference. An inference is an...
Inferior.
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 She's an inferior being, Harvey.
She's a good person.
She's an...
Infinite.
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 We're all a part of this infinite tessellation.
Inflation.
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 Socialism. Inflation is out of control. And with every...
Influence.
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 Product, national influence. You shouldn't stay longer than 3.
Influential.
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 Vadim obviously has very influential friends, but he also has his...
Inform.
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 I regret to inform you that 4 of your classmates...
Information.
Information. Information.
Information.
Information.
We need to bomb the school. We're collecting information.
Infrared.
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 0611. Infrared negative. Movement negative.
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure. Infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Last 2 crumbling infrastructure.
Ingenious.
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 Notes.
It's ingenious.
Except she was the only one.
Ingredient.
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 There is no secret ingredient.
Correct. You inhabit 2 worlds. So far, I see nothing.
Incubated. The inhabitant of an incubator.
Inhale.
Inherent.
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 Inherent to repurposing. Disassembly.
Inherit.
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 We won't inherit whatever happens. He isn't one of us.
Inhibit.
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 Initial.
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 Sign here, initial there.
Initiate.
Initiate. Initiate. Initiate.
Initiate.
Initiate.
Initiate dynamo.
Initiative.
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 For that, a job like this, right, it needs initiative. Observation.
Inject particle beams. Break the door down.
And injure yourself?
Injury.
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 Injury. Injury.
Gibson's injury was psychological. He had a mission gone bad. He had a...
Ink.
Ink. Ink.
Ink.
Ink.
It's just paper and ink. And
Inland.
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 On sailing land.
We drove to the inlet.
Drove to the inlet. Approximately what time?
In.
In. In. In. In.
A discount in. Inner.
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 Inner. Inner.
Innocent.
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 Well, we don't know that for sure.
Innovation.
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 Innumerable.
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 And his jewelry, innumerable luxury.
I can't deal with you.
Input.
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 Input. Input.
Input error. Try again.
Inquiry.
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 Him with his stunt.
I'm just making an inquiry.
Insect.
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 Angel, he never even hurt an insect. Oh, if you just see.
Insert.
Insert. Insert. Insert. Insert.
CIA. Insert ironic joke here.
Inside.
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 Changed. Look inside. Mend the ball.
Insight.
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 Molecular analysis can provide some real insight.
Insist.
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 I insist.
Inspect.
Inspect. Inspect. Inspect. Inspect.
Front of the car was so damaged they couldn't inspect it. The driver passed a breath.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Inspiration. Inspiration.
Inspiration.
We need inspiration, Francois.
Inspire.
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 Inspire them. Be inspired.
Install.
Install. Install.
Install.
I install. Advance twice.
Installation.
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 Audio installation specialist and window tinters.
Way, Walt. There's financing. There's installment plans. I could always go back.
Instance.
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 At the hearings, for instance.
Instant.
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 Come back down this instant.
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous. Instantaneous. Instantaneous. Instantaneous.
System that gives me instantaneous access to all the financial information in the world.
Instead.
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 Gene. Instead.
Instinct.
Instinct. Instinct. Instinct. Instinct.
It was more like instinct.
Institute.
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 It's the Institute in Moscow. Responsible.
Institution.
Institution. Institution.
Institution.
Institution.
State mental institution,
Instruct.
Instruct.
Instruct. Instruct.
Instruct.
Bad counselors, instruct
The
me.
name of the murdered wife?
Instruction.
Instruction. Instruction. Instruction. Instruction.
Art? That's an implausible instruction.
Sweetie, it's for visualization.
Instrument.
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 This instrument belongs to
Instrumental.
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 $1 a year.
How do I insulate the 31 million?
It's not yours to split, it's your...
Insult.
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 Wow. Pre-handshake insult. Impressive.
Insurance.
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 Line again, Bert?
Insurance.
Like life insurance?
Insure.
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 And I? Insure it. And
Intact.
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 The ship's structurally intact. Okay.
integral.
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 Is it? Because we three, we're integral. We're part of...
We're finished.
Integrate.
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 Integrate. Integrate.
Integrate.
Optimize, integrate, adapt. Every day someone comes up.
Integrity.
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 Okay. I respect your integrity.
Intellectual.
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 You're an intellectual giant. Just look at how...
Intelligence.
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 Artificial intelligence.
Intelligent.
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 Amazing. An intelligent labradoodle.
Intelligible.
Intelligible.
Intelligible. Intelligible.
Intelligible.
After us, and make that war intelligible.
Intend.
Intend. Intend. Intend. Intend.
Thanks, I intend to.
Intense.
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 I'm intense.
Did you finish?
Intensity.
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 High intensity capacitors. The kind of...
Intensive.
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 This child, intensive care meningitis, 1986. Your mother died of an embolism.
Intention.
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 I promise, it was never my intention to put you in harm's way.
Interact.
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 By design, I can't interact now. I have to fly above.
Intercourse.
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 Intercourse. Intercourse.
Copulation is complete, sometimes even during intercourse, actually.
Interest.
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 Improvisation. Self-interest.
Interesting.
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 Interesting. So that's...
Interface.
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 Interface. Interface.
YouTube changed its user interface from a star-based radio.
Interfere.
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 Don't interfere.
Interference.
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 Analog of the Aronoff-Bohm quantum interference effect.
Interim.
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 Yes? Interim. The DCI insisted.
Interior.
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 Two carbon atoms. Interior angle of a hexagon is 120 degrees.
Intermediate.
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 Principles of intermediate? Studyology?
Intermittent.
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 From what we call intermittent explosive disorder.
This disorder usually occurs.
Internal.
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 There.
So it's an internal pressure.
International.
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 settlement is safe.
Right. It's a brief internet imbroglio.
Interpret.
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 Interpret. Interrupt.
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 Sorry to interrupt. What is it?
Got an intersection here.
Copy that.
Interval.
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 Interval check.
Intervene.
Intervene.
Intervene. Intervene.
Intervene.
Intervene.
In my case, define intervene. Media line new.
Interview.
Interview. Interview.
Interview.
Interview.
Rough interview.
Intimate. 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 Intimate.
No way.
They've been intimate before.
You know.
Hi.
Closer. Intimidate.
Tina, you seem to...
Inter.
Into.
Into.
Into. Into.
Force into what?
Intricate.
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 Intricate tastes.
Like noir, intrigue. I could add a bit of...
Intrinsic.
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 Amazing.
Innovation became intrinsic.
Today gone, the other modern.
Introduce.
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 Introduction.
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 Carrie, for that warm introduction.
Sorry to intrude.
Intuition.
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 Invade! That's impossible.
Why?
Invalid.
Invalid. Invalid. Invalid. Invalid. Invalid. Invalid. Invalid. Invalid.
Yeah, an invalid.
Invaluable.
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 Valuable operative.
Invaluable.
Invariably.
Invariably. Invariably. Invariably. Invariably.
Piece of software, it invariably seems overwhelming. So what I do is...
Invasion.
Invasion. Invasion. Invasion. Invasion.
Tax evasion, not home invasion.
Appearances.
Invent.
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 You didn't invent the contest.
Invention.
Invention. Invention. Invention. Invention.
Necessity truly is the mother of invention. The FBI...
Inventory.
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 I think they might be in the back. They said something about inventory.
That kind of thing. But the inverse is also true. Large-scale events.
Big media.
You have to invert the blast, not just bend it.
Invest.
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 Invest. Invest.
Hey, Parisi, how much did you invest?
I don't remember.
Investigate.
Investigate. Investigate.
Investigate.
Investigate.
We have to investigate.
Investment.
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 Invisible.
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 To call those little bills invisible handcuffs.
Invitation.
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 Very, very sorry. Can I see your invitations? Can I see your invitation?
Invite.
Invite.
Invite. Invite.
Invite.
Mandatory, all-inclusive invite policy.
Involve.
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 No. Does it involve clogs? Oh, wait. Clogs?
Inward.
Inward.
Blissful contemplation of my inward eye.
Iron.
Confines an iron fist.
Irony.
Irony.
Is history.
That's irony.
At least that's it. Yeah, you need the suction. There.
Island.
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 Isle.
That's Al Esme.
Isolate.
Isolate.
Isolate Rebecca Mace.
Issue.
Well, that might be an issue.
Item.
The first item is beans.
It's.
It's rules.
Itself.
Creation itself. I was there. I wanted to.